Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in this video I'll be talking about top 5 reasons that why you should be coming to the UK for your studies. Without any further ado, let's straight away get started with this video. Before that, I would request you to subscribe the channel as I make videos regarding UK university life and the UK student life as well. So without further ado, let's straight away get into it. The very first reason is the UK's education. As you know, UK education is one of the best and is recognized all over the world. Most of the UK universities really come in the top 500 list of the universities all across the world. So really one of the best education, and why it is the best is due to the reason that the degree programs are really very creative and they're challenging on the same time. So that the students are they really kind of push the students to their potential which they want to really reach. And the second important thing is that the UK degrees are shorter as compared to any other countries, and they're more intense as well on the same time. So UK's education is really one of the best. Like if you're thinking like once you've done your degree, you can really move to other countries as well. You can go to Canada, Australia, you can go to anywhere across the world because the UK education is really recognized internationally. And this is the very first reason which I wanted to point out. And the second one is the work opportunities. And here I want to really break it down. First of all, I want to talk about the part-time job opportunities, and here I would like to talk about the effect of Brexit. Now this is a very important thing, that's why I want to mention this point over here. Now before Brexit, there was like European Union people who used to come to the UK, and most of the time when the students come over here, they're employed in the, let's say, the labor sector. They do most of the jobs in the hospitality sector as an example. And once before Brexit, when it was like part of the European Union people, like people from like really like not too economically well countries, they used to come to the UK and they used to do all of these part-time jobs at very less wages. So maybe let's say the minimum wage like for a certain age category, let's say 20 years, is about, let's say, £6, and they would actually work at about £3, £4, and with that the students who used to come there, they weren't like that much attractive for the employers to hire, because they would request for a £6, whereas they're getting other people for £3. And the terminology which the UK government used for this is like cheap labor. So in order to eliminate all of this cheap labor, that's when they did the Brexit as well. This is one of the reasons for the Brexit. And now the Brexit has happened, so this is again very lucrative opportunity for the international students to come to the UK, because now they've got a lot of opportunities to do their part-time job and also like pay their living cost, pay their university fee as well. So this is the very first thing which I want to touch upon. And the second is the post-study work visa. Now before, like once you've graduated, you just had like 2 or 3 months to find for a job. You didn't used to get like a work visa after you finish your study visa, like once you finish your studies. But now the good thing is that you get a post-study work visa for 2 years, and this is again very lucrative thing, that once you finish your studies, in the studies you focus on your studies and you transition into the PSW, the post-study work visa, and then you start looking for the sponsored job, and then ultimately you can get your tier 2 sponsorship, and there on you can get the PR as well for the UK, who knows. So this is again a very good thing that you've got the opportunity for post-study work visa. And most of the time students are from the middle class backgrounds. They have taken a lot of loans, and it could be really good opportunity to pay back all of that loan in PSW time, because during that time you don't need any work sponsorship, you don't need any study sponsorship, you can work as much hours as you want, you can also be self-employed on the PSW. So yeah, so the work opportunities are really increasing in the UK for the international students for sure. And given that, just the main thing which I would also like to point out, when you're doing a degree, make sure that you focus on developing your skills, that you're attending the lectures, because now you've got PSW, you don't have to work too much when you're doing the degree, right? Just focus on your studies, because that is ultimately which will be giving you the tier 2 sponsorship, which is very hard to get in the UK. But if you've studied well, you'll easily get tier 2 sponsorship. Now why I'm saying it is easier now, because you've got the Brexit as well. Before, the European Union people can come over here, rather than cheap labor, they could also work in the companies without any sponsorship, but now they are also considered international students as well. So most of the companies are now actually willing to sponsor the international students, because EU students and the other people from the other countries, like they're all considered international students from now onwards. So again, like it is getting easier to get a tier 2 sponsorship as well, and ultimately the PR for after that 5 years of the work visa. So very good thing. And now number 4th reason is the cost of study. As you know that the degrees in the UK are really shorter as compared to other countries. For example, if you're doing your master's degree, generally it is for 1 year only in the UK, whereas if you go to Australia, it will be for 2 years. Canada, it will be 2 years. So really your degree time is less, right? For example, even if you're doing PhD, there's one of my friend actually, he's doing PhD in United States, and it takes him like 5 years to do a PhD, whereas in the UK the general timeline for a PhD is again 3 years. So think about this. If most of students actually come for the masters as compared to PhD. So if you're coming for a master's degree, it is for 1 year, so that means you have to only pay 1 year of tuition fee. So again, you really, if you start comparing to the other countries, like cost of study would comparatively be less. But again, like to be very honest, like cost of study can be sometimes very higher when you're in like let's say London area, because the degrees are expensive over there. I know like some students paying about £40,000 for, but that's for medicine degree, and it kind of increases over a period of time. But if you think about the time duration, I think again UK is very lucrative in that sense. The other important thing which I would like to mention in the section of cost of study is that you also get scholarships. For example, if you're from a Commonwealth country, for example India is in a Commonwealth country, so basically you can apply for Commonwealth scholarship and you can actually get a fully funded masters. You didn't have to even pay for your tuition fee, and I think you also get a stipend as well on monthly basis. So the UK has actually got a really good scholarship opportunities, and not only for the Commonwealth countries, but even if you're planning to study for, let's say, University of Oxford, University of Cambridge, you know, there are always some scholarships available. So it's always good to check with the universities, and even like for example my own university has got a scholarship available, and if you've got like high grades in your bachelor's degree or in your high school grades, you can easily get their scholarships as well. So I would say that even in terms of cost of study, it is still good. Like you can still select the UK. And the last reason is the cost of living as well. So now, to be very honest, in terms of cost of living, it really depends upon the area to area. If you are staying in a particular city, and if you're staying in student accommodation, obviously your average cost of living will be about £500, £600. And if you're staying in like London area, it could also go to about £1,000, £800. So it's really high in the London side over area. But now my tip would be, if you're really from a middle class background, you really don't want to spend about, let's say, £500, which is the average for the UK, you can really stay on the outskirts of the city, and you can really lower down your cost of living. It might be about like £400, £300. And moreover, like let's say if you're sharing it with your friend, then you can let's say if a flat is about £600, you can just really divide it by 2, right? Because there are 2 people staying with you, you've got your friend with you as well. So the one person can pay £300 and the other one can pay £300, which is the rest over amount. So again, I would say in terms of cost of living, it is still fine. I feel like even in terms of the food and all of this thing, it is still fine, because if you think in terms of the purchasing power parity, if you think about the money which you earn compared to the amount, like the prices on the products, it is still fine in terms of the purchasing power parity. So I think this is all what I want to really share. These are top 5 reasons why you should be selecting the UK. You can watch this playlist. I've got like more videos on this topic if you would like to, if you're interested in the UK student life. Thanks for your time for watching this video. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.